Hi, if you are working with children in any capacity, then this video is for you. Yes, I mean you. In this video, I'll be sharing 5 tips to help you run your children's department effectively, seamlessly, and make impact in the lives of those amazing children God has brought your way. Are you ready to roll with me? Let's go. Let's lay the foundation. It's important for you to understand that children are truly important to God. That angels have direct access to the throne of God. So, how you treat them is definitely going to get to God's heart. You have to be careful and approach them with utmost care and utmost caution. You need to check out your why. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to volunteer in this department? What do you want to achieve? What's your passion? What's driving the reason why you want to be a part of this unit? You need to check that and make sure that you're all clear before you move on. Working with children is about service. I mean, service. So if you're not ready to work to serve these children, then please do not venture into this ministry, because whatever you do will be held against you or used for you in the court of heavens. So you need to really check your why. The first thing I'll say to anyone who works with children, particularly if you're working in a children's church, in a children's setting, is the fact that you are in partnership with God. You're working hand in hand with Him to make sure that these children do not lose their way as they journey through life. Your real assignment is actually to make sure that the seeds that you sow are quality seeds. Your real assignment is also that you make sure that this destiny in your hands fulfills its purpose. You are the midwife. You are the one who God has assigned to that child to pray for that child. You do not need to have all the experience. In fact, you may not even have worked with children before, and that's okay. The most important thing is to make sure that you have a heart that is on fire for God, a heart that truly loves God, a heart that wants to make sure that every child that comes in contact with you experiences the love of God. When you have that, every other thing can come in later. So having that is very, very important. Make sure that your relationship with God is intact, because it will serve as the platform for every other thing that God is doing. Another thing that I would say is the fact that you need to see this as a battlefield. The devil isn't happy that you're working with these children, or that you want to make impact, that you want to sow good seeds, that you want to let them experience the love of God. So the most important part of your assignment is not even on Sunday. It's from Monday through to Saturday. Take time out to make sure that you were praying for these children. Get their names out, write it in a particular place, and intercede on behalf of these children. Right? Pray into their future. Yes, they may not be your children, but what you're doing is sowing into God's kingdom and making sure that as they journey through life, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years down the line, they still remain solid. There's a reservoir of prayers by somebody somewhere, keeping them and preserving their lives and their destinies. This, for me, I would say, is the most important part of working with children. I know, praying for children in children's department, am I their parent? No, you're not. Like I said, you are doing it for the kingdom, and God, who sees your labor in secret, will definitely and certainly reward you. What you're doing, like I said, is partnering with God to make sure that this destiny in your hands does not walk away, does not go amiss, stays on track and fulfills purpose. As a children's teacher, there may be things you see about this child that even their parents may not notice. Your job is to, of course, with utmost care, highlight it or raise it with their parents, but most importantly, bring it before God. The most important part of working with children in children's ministry, in church setting, in a Christian religious setting, is the prayer part. Interceding for these children, praying ahead and covering these children in prayers. It is very, very important. I'm going to share with you a personal experience. I remember, I will never forget, God bless her memory, Mrs. Tessie Leka, who is resting in the bosom of the Lord. She was my children's teacher. She made impact in my life. I will never forget her. I'm sure she was praying for me. I'm sure she covered me in prayers. She made sure that I wrote my common entrance exam. She taught us how to spell, even in church. She told amazing stories, asked us about our day, interacted with us, asked our parents, how we're doing at home, generally just followed us up and made sure we turned out great. I can let you know today, I can tell you today, almost all the people that she has had that interaction with are doing beautifully well, including her daughter. The ball is in your court. How do you want to handle these children? What do you want to do? How do you want to go about it? Do you want to make impact? Or do you just want to do it for doing its sake? It's up to you. And I pray that as you go about this, you do it from your heart as unto the Lord, and God will certainly and definitely reward you. If you need more support, feel free to send me a message at In Lush Meadow Kids, and I'll be so glad to share some more thoughts with you. The next thing you want to do is to make sure that the environment is friendly, welcoming, colorful, and attractive to any child. Now, you do not have to break a bank to do this. You can buy off cheap artworks, paintings, ask them to even color, right? Whatever they color, put it on the walls in different locations. I can assure you there's always a budget-friendly artwork, or there are always budget-friendly items that you can get for your children's department. A colorful carpet, one pillow here, one pillow there, artworks, scriptures that you can get somebody who is creative, or even print it out and just place it in different places just to make the place a little more inviting, a little more colorful, because children have, they deal with colors. They are people who want something to spark up their creative imagination. They want a place that is welcoming and inviting. And if there's a big budget for this, please go all out. It is always worth it. Where do you start from regarding what to teach them? There's so many stories in the Bible, beautiful, amazing stories that you can teach these kids. From Abraham's story to Noah's story to Naaman's girl to the story of the birth of Jesus. Pick a theme, pick a topic from the Bible, and determine how you want to address it, how you want to communicate it to the kids. Download resources online, coloring sheets, and get it rolling. So you may want to have like a welcome time where everybody arranges their shoes, bags, and all those things. Where parents sign in. It's important for you to do that, no matter how small you are, right? A booklet where everybody signs in. There's time in, time out, phone number, email address, just in case and for safety reasons. The next thing you want to do is create a circle time where you have a mat, everybody sits down, and then you start the day with whatever agenda that you have. I want to talk about this and that and this. And then the next thing we go on with songs, and then they burn a lot of energy. Then they do the coloring. If you have art and crafts, fantastic. What can help you while telling your stories to have colorful books that are very colorful, that can help you tell the story while you're talking. You're showing them the different pages and colors, and can you see, it keeps them engaged, right? The next thing you want to do is get arts and crafts. Get your arts and crafts ready, supplies ready. Make sure that you have caught the day before, so that it's easy for you to easily bring out and assign each child their own part of the arts and crafts, as against having to do it right on the day everywhere is looking like a war zone, right? Planning is critical. Planning is critical to working with children. You need to make sure that the day before, the weekend before, you have thought about it. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to teach? What do you want to achieve at the end of this? How do you want to communicate it? Which resources do you need? Which supplies do you need? Get them ahead. The most important thing is to make sure that they are in small, digestible forms, particularly if you have a toddler unit, that they can easily take in. Like I said earlier, no matter how big or long the story is, make sure you cut it down. Have just one objective. It may be for them to understand that, there was a rainbow and it had many colors after the rain fell, and that can be it. right? You can say the entire story, but just ensure that they take home just one thing.